Welcome back to Five Ever Timepieces, the podcast where we dive deep into the world of luxury watches and discuss some of the stories that are behind these iconic pieces and legendary brands. My name is Chris, and today we're going to talk about some exciting developments to come from the world of Rolex. To be more specific, we're going to talk about the new updates that's been done to Rolex's iconic Submariner. If you're someone that's a fan of horology, a timepiece collector, you're someone that knows the Rolex Submariner, it isn't just a watch, but a legend within the watch world. Since its debut in the early 1950s, the Rolex Submariner has basically been, the gold standard when it comes to dive watches. This is a watch that's been worn by everyone, from James Bond to deep sea explorers. But here in 2025, this is where Rolex decided to show their ass and shake things up in a way that I feel nobody saw coming. So grab your favorite cup of coffee, sit back, and let's dive into some of these details. Let's begin with the big news, the announcement. Now, earlier this month is where Rolex decided to drop this bombshell, but they decided to drop it at Watches and Wonders. Here is where they unveiled the all-new, completely reimagined Submariner. And let me just tell you guys this. They weren't just minor updates. The all-new Submariner has been dubbed the Submariner 2025. This model features, a sleeker case design. It features an all-new Rolex movement. And wait for it, it even features a fully integrated ceramic bracelet. That's right, bracelet. Rolex has finally decided to embrace ceramic in a way that in the luxury watch market, in my opinion, it's never really been done before. The bracelet is not only lightweight due to the material, but it's also extremely durable, making it perfect for either diving in or a watch that's capable of being your everyday wear. But that's not it, nor is that all. Rolex has also introduced us to a new colorway, that rumored gradient blue to black dial that was circulating. Yeah, they released it, and they're calling it the quote-unquote oceanic horizon. Now, this new colorway is amazing in my opinion. It's beautiful, simple, but elegant, and it's already causing a frenzy amongst collectors. Let's break down the design on this a little bit more. Now, the case, for the 2025 models, they're now 40.5 millimeters, which is just up half a millimeter from the previous model. But the proportions have been refined on this model to, make it more comfortable when you're wearing it on your wrist. The lugs are slimmer, and the crown guards are even more streamlined, which give it a more modern, almost futuristic look. The bezel, of course, is still ceramic, but Rolex has added new luminescent coatings to the markings. This I believe is going to make it even easier to read in low light conditions. And the dial, the oceanic horizon gradient, this was achieved through Rolex's new electroplating technique that they've been developing for the past few years. It's something that's subtle, but when the light hits it, it hits it just right. It'll definitely take your breath away. Let's just say that. Then there's the all-new movement. Let's talk about what's under the hood of this watch. The all-new Submariner is powered by the Rolex caliber 3235, but with a twist. Rolex has added a new quote-unquote eco drive feature, which uses kinetic energy from the wearer's movement, wearing it around, your wrist rotating, whatever. They use this kinetic energy to power a small capacitor within this watch. This capacitor can basically keep the watch running for up to 72 hours without any movement at all. That right there is just a game changer itself for those who like to rotate their watches frequently. The accuracy was also something improved, with Rolex claiming a deviation of either +1 or -1 seconds every day. That's that what do you want to call it? The COSC certification on steroids, if you guys know what that means. But how has the market reacted to this watch? The market reacting, well, they're reacting pretty predictably, let's just say. The hype is through the roof already with this watch. Pre-orders have already sold out within hours of it being debuted. And prices already on the secondary market are even double of the $12,500 that it's demanding on the retail price. Some dealers are even calling it I hate to say it, but they're even calling it the Daytona of the 2020s. That's just simply referencing the crazy demand right now, which was similar to Rolex's Cosmograph Daytona like over the past decade. But not everybody's happy, not everybody's thrilled, which is something to be expected. Purists are basically criticizing Rolex for basically straying too far from the Submariner roots. They argue that the integrated ceramic bracelet and gradient dial are too flashy for a tool watch, something that's too flashy for a utility watch. Personally, though, I think it's a bold but an honestly necessary evolution in the Submariner. The luxury watch market is constantly changing, and in my opinion, I feel Rolex is smart to stay ahead of the curve by adapting new modern updates to their pieces. But what does this mean for the industry? Well, let's talk about what this means for the overall luxury watch market. Rolex has always been one of the major trendsetters within the luxury watch world. And this new Submariner that's just come out is no exception to this. I wouldn't be surprised if we start seeing other brands experiment with integrated ceramic bracelets and some of the kinetic energy features in the next coming years. But we'll see. I wouldn't be surprised. But it's also a sign that Rolex is possibly doubling down on innovation while staying true and close as possible to its heritage. Now, the Submariner 2025, I believe, is a perfect blend of tradition and modernity. I also think that it sets a new standard for what a luxury dive watch could be. Well, that's going to be a wrap on this episode. What do you guys think of the new Submariner? Are you team innovation or are you team tradition? Let me know by dropping a comment here on the podcast, or if you're listening here on YouTube. Just feel free to reach out on any social media platform at 5 Ever Timepieces. Don't forget to subscribe if you're listening on YouTube. Hit the notification bell so you don't miss any episode or any uploads. And if you've enjoyed today's show, leave us a review. It really helps us grow, because right now I am doing this on all major platforms. I'm on Spotify, iHeartRadio, Pandora, Apple Podcasts, as well as this YouTube channel. Until next time, I want you guys to remember one thing: keep ticking, and remember that time is basically the ultimate luxury. I'll catch you guys next time.